I'm the Spirit Keeper, and I give you a reason for every season. And as you can see today, I have the Wellcomer 13-foot inflatable reindeer to set up and demonstrate for all of you. Before we jump into the unboxing of the 13-foot inflatable reindeer, I do actually want to send a huge thank you out to Wellcomer, as you can see right there, for sponsoring this video today and sending me the 13-foot inflatable reindeer to show all of you. Before we open this guy, I want to first give you a good look at his box. So obviously on the front you have the giant inflatable reindeer, and then you have the Wellcomer, and then it does indeed say 13 feet. On the left side, we do have some box information with all the dimensions and everything like that, but you do kind of get a gist just with it being compared to me. So here's the back with the same exact print as the front, so they can kind of be interchangeable, either the front or the back, as you can see right there. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and start the unboxing of the Wellcomer 13-foot inflatable reindeer. Now that I have it open, we can take a look inside the box before taking any of the parts out. So obviously, as you can see most of the inflatable, as well as some supports right here. But let's go ahead and start taking some of these parts out. So first up, we can take out this bag with all of these needed extensions, supports, and everything like that. So we can go ahead and review these in just a minute. Next up, we have the giant bag with the actual reindeer inflatable. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull this thing out. Honestly, you don't want to rip the inflatable, but at the top you can see the brown, and actually this is a really nice firm material, and I think that's awesome that Wellcomer actually puts this in this little green bag. I think that's really nice that they do include that. So here's all the parts to the 13-foot inflatable reindeer laid out, and obviously, as you can see, first up we have the actual thing that blows up this guy, which is super powerful as you need tons of air to actually make this guy completely full. So that's a necessary piece that has to be included. And over here we have all of the main accessories to tie this guy down, starting off with 2 stakes, which the package does come with 4. However, only 2 are shown as of right now, unless something else comes out as we do unravel this guy. But I'm more than sure Wellcomer will be more than welcome to send us the other 2, as their customer service is really great. And up here we have 4 empty sandbags, we have some ropes to tie him down, we have a sewing kit, and an actual repair kit, which I think is so awesome that they do include that, because that is definitely necessary in case this guy does pop or anything like that. We also have the bag that the actual inflatable came with, and over here we have the giant inflatable. Obviously, you do have to roll this guy out when it does come that time to inflate him, but obviously right now he's just all rolled up, and then you do have the box. So right here we have the sandbags, not filled up just yet, but obviously as you can see we have all 4 sandbags, and then we have all 4 of the bags with the actual sand in it. So now I'm going to go ahead and actually put the sand inside the bags, and I will show you that once that is done. So here we have all 4 bags tightened and everything. As you can see, there is the sandbag right inside, and then you can tug onto this to make this tighten and close. So today's a new day, and we are now about to actually blow up the 13-foot inflatable reindeer. But before that, I do want to cover how to actually connect the inflatable to the blower. And also regarding the stakes, I have contacted Wellcomer, and they are already getting on it. They already shipped out the stakes. So great customer service there at Wellcomer. And I also do want to cover that this guy is not really meant for outdoor use in severe weather conditions, as heavy rain and heavy winds are prohibited with this inflatable, and he is more recommended for indoor use, so I just want to say that. So we're now going to connect the blower into the inflatable. So what you want to do is you want to put the blower into this little pocket on the side, and then what you want to go and do is make sure that this is tight, and then you want to tie a little loop around here just like you're tying your shoe. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we can actually turn this thing on. So today's a new day, and all of the stakes have arrived, so we now have 4, and our next step is going to be to actually zip up this, as when you first get it, it is unzipped. So what you want to do is make sure that this is flat, and then we just want to zip it up just like that. And I do want to note that this is a reinforced PVC base, so it's really durable in obviously the outdoor weather, and really just durable in general, so I do want to note that. So it's now time to actually blow this guy up. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is do a time lapse for all of you to see this guy blow up, but in a much faster version. So let's go ahead and do that. So the reindeer does include 4 stakes, as I mentioned, and I do already have most of them in. As you can see, the 2 spots over here are on his side. And then if we do make our way over here, we do have the other 2 spots, which one is in, which is going to be on that side of the foot, as you can see. And now I'm actually going to give you an example and put this one in. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the stake, and as you can see, it does have a little hook right there, and that you want that to be on the outside. So as you can see, just like I am doing, pushing it down, and you can see that little hook with the thing going down is supposed to be on the outside of the stake and not on the inside like the one in the back is. So at this point, for one of the final steps of the setup, you want to go ahead and take this rope, and we are going to tie it right here. And if you do know how to tie, better not, be more than welcome to go ahead and do that, but I'm just going to do a regular knot. So we're going to double knot this just because I want the knot to be as tight as possible. So here we go, you have one, and I'm going to go ahead, double knot it just like this. So here we go, you have a nice and snug knot. And now we're going to go over here, take the rope, and with my particular ground, the slope is leaning more forward. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is have the rope actually come back here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the sandbag and we're going to tie it to it so that the reindeer doesn't fall over. Because I used all 4 stakes on the 2 sides of the reindeer, I'm going to go ahead and actually double up on sandbags, because you do have the option with the strengths of either using the sandbags or the stakes to actually keep these in the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot around 2 sandbags instead of just using 1, just like I did with the D-ring. So now the setup for the 13-foot inflatable reindeer from Wellcomer is now complete, and overall I'm very pleased with this inflatable. And this is actually my first major inflatable and my first inflatable in general, and overall I think that this is a great product. Another thing that I really want to cover on is how awesome the actual texture of its body is. As you can see, this thing is actual fur, and it feels like almost like you're petting a dog. It feels really nice. Compared to this, as you can see, this is the regular inflatable material, whereas Paul is, but then over here, it's an actual fur, and you can tell when you actually do see this thing in person and even on camera, which I think it captures the effect of this being a furry reindeer even more than it already does. Another thing I really love about this reindeer is the Santa hat and the candy cane that it does feature. Overall, I think that the Santa hat looks really nice. I think that the positioning on it does also look really great. And the candy cane, I also really like how that looks. It's a typical peppermint candy cane, but I think it really complements the overall character of the reindeer. I like how with the Santa hat they have his ears poking out, almost like one of those things you would see at Build-A-Bear. And I also really like his giant red nose, almost like Rudolph, and I think that overall looks really well. So overall, I would have to say that I'm very pleased with the Wellcomer 13-foot inflatable reindeer. Well, there you have it, the Wellcomer 13-foot inflatable reindeer. And make sure to let me know your thoughts on this guy down in the comments below, and if you would like to purchase him. But anyway, make sure you remember that I'm the Spirit Keeper, and I give you a reason for every season. Bye.